picture here. Got recording here, right? Perfect. Welcome to the 5th of Jack Gaming, where we're doing something a little bit different. What are we going to be doing? Well, we got some Blokees right here. This is Galaxy version number 2 SOS. As you can see here, and as you can see here, a little bit of Starscream action as well. This has options to be able to pick up 3 different versions of Grimlock, possibly. Cliff Jumper, Inferno, Grapple, Optimus Prime to IDW, Starscream, Mixmaster, or Long Haul. Those last 2, they're the construction cons, and you can end up seeing them right here. And we don't know what's going to end up being in here. It's a mystery. But we're going to do a little pizzazz. It's going to go over with it. Right now, I know it's an overhead shot that's going to be going over with it, but I also recording this over on my camera, on my phone. So I'm planning on trying to do a little bit of action that comes over with it, have it on my phone, but then also have it over here and edit it a little bit differently. So what I'm going to end up doing is we're going to end up chilling out, relaxing, and going over and trying to see what we end up getting. I'm not going to lie, I'm hoping that we end up picking up the Grimlock, the 1 in 9 right here. I mean, obviously, the secret rare would be nice. That is 1 out of 36, so it's kind of crazy. But any of the Grimlocks would be nice. Cliff Jumper would be okay because then you have a buddy for Bumblebee. Optimus Prime from IDW, and even Starscream would be alright. So, without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open and see what we end up getting. So my local gaming shop ends up actually having these, but you also could pick them up at Walmart and random places like that. What's unique about that is that you can put it together and have it be like an army build. Or I may end up trying to get over with that with some photography, try to do a little action pose and stuff like that. There's a sound wave that I really want to pick up, and that's what I'm probably going to end up doing, trying to get that little photography thing. Alright, so let's see, who do we have here? So out of the get-go, it has directions, and I don't know who we ended up with. I think we ended up with Optimus, possibly? Or they have a few different ones that set up with it. So we're going to have to try finding out. You got 2 different packs that's in there that's still going over with it, with no way to be able to tell the difference between it. So we'll start off with this little guy right here. And these are the smaller ones that it ends up having. These have a 42 to 51 pieces. They're kind of like a little Lego thing that you come over with it. Here's a spruce that you can end up seeing. And a little bit of base action. Now this is definitely their intro level of this set that they end up having. They have anywhere from an action, woo, yellow. So that means we have a Grimlock. Maybe. Oh, nope, not a Grimlock. We have, I think one I didn't really care for, Grapple. We have a Grapple. Dang it. Oh well, we got a little bit of fun action that comes over with this. So, this guy is the guy that we ended up with right here. A little grapple action. 1 out of 9. So, what we end up starting with is we're going to look at stop 1. Basic body. So the basic body, where do we start here? Is that this guy? That is, looks like this guy. And that has that, so we're going to start off like this. B3. That looks like the gun. That looks like that. And that confirms grapple. This wee little face. Alright, so that goes there. Till it clicks. And then we're looking for B3. That's B. B3, B3. So these snap off these little perches right here. Whoop. Pretty easily. B3 and a B3. And this goes like this. This goes right here. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it has a nice little click. And that's how you know you're going the right way with that. Don't mind little Cringer back there. He's going to end up charging around, going everywhere with it. Alright. And then we have B1 and B2. So B1 into B2. So B2 goes like that, B1 goes like this. Oh, we got 4 different joints that we got to do that with. Okay. That explains it a little bit more. Okay, okay. And B2 goes like this. And then this goes like this. Two. P3. Now it's important to say that these guys don't have the little clipping action that you end up having. Multimedia chat. This. Goes like this. Alright. And then we got the little cross action. That's going to be right here. Here's the basis of that. We're looking right over at the design of it here. You better be careful, buddy. this. You need this. Down now. No. Big one goes up. Sleep that slides that way. That slides that way. So that's what we have. That has that part going on. Perfect. Do. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Then we have the legs. Okay. Well. Really wish this was a little bit betterly designed with it. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so which one is that? That's, I'm assuming, a leg part. Please refer to this building logic for all figures. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. It looks like that's this. And that will have this. Go like that. Did I do that right?
Uncle Pal, do you want to join us with the frosting?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Just say I'm streaming and all that.
Okay.
It's already been 15 minutes of doing this? Holy smokes.
Yeah. Bye.
Hey, Nate. Snap, snap. Ah, there's the other one. Alright, so I'm assuming that's going to be a leg part. This is going to be an arm part. Okay, okay, it looks like I'm onto something here. You got an arm? That's a win, right? Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, alright. Now we take that. Put that here. Put that here. Oop, oh. That's here. Okay, now we're building the legs.
Cake's almost done.
Ooh. I wonder if it goes like that. I wonder.
Cake's almost done.
Oh, okay, here we go. Ouch! We get another one of these little clear guys. Put that down here. maybe the leg, right? Maybe. Not exactly sure. Do. That goes there. That goes there. There.
I ruined.
It's too hot. I think we got the two legs. Still pretty good articulation that you can see with these guys. It's somewhat coming together. Alright, so what was the big thing that they said about this here? Install head first. Okay. So this goes to the front. Head. Face. Okay. What we got here? This. Right? Where does it go? Looking right here. This is the back part of it. So this goes here. And now we got to find a small hook. There it is. Then this goes here. Like that. Okay. And then these. Right? For some reason, I wish these had like a logo on them, but I think these. Oh. Just slide right over. Whoop, lost his arm. For being these little guys, they have a lot of articulation that comes over to it. And then we got his gun. So, which one does he end up going with the gun into? They don't show a gun. Okay. Here's the thing, is you get a couple different hands that comes over here. Right here that ends up that you can end up using. So I don't know. Whoop. So I would like to ask, where in the world should I put the gun? Because obviously one of those hands aren't going to work because he has no hands for it. And they're both the same hand. Articulation is pretty key, and then you can end up doing a lot of different poses with this. And then you also have a cool stand that you can end up connecting them together with. So what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of cheating, and we'll look up what has that with grapple here. Generation 1, Transformers, grapple. Okay, so it looks like he favors this hand for the gun. So we're going to pull that aside, which you always could end up changing this out. And put in that hand, I think that's this one right here off the spruce. Nope, wrong hand. It's the other one. Because we end up having the hand actually coming right there. And then you can get the gun. Woo! Then if you're curious, you can end up taking these hands, tossing them right over here, or man, gotta grapple with this here. I like pushing them right there because then you have a little spot for your hands that you can end up putting right there. And if you want to end up changing it, you'll end up having that right there. You can end up having it storage-wise. That spruce looks like that could be used up, but where would that go? Got a little logo. Where's the logos go? Or are they just a little added bonus? Looks like there's just a little added bonus. Okay, so this took a lot longer than I should have ended up taking. Should have been a lot quicker. But the thing is this is the first one putting it together, and it's like a 40 to 50 pieces that you can end up doing. So this is like a mini Lego set that you can end up putting together. It's definitely something that you can end up jamming out with it. It is kind of fun to actually put this together. I don't know how many times I'm going to say put it together. But, like I said, these little Blokees here are a nice little solid way that you can end up spending an afternoon, a quick little thing. And they have multiple different ones that you can end up having. We have the Optimus Prime, which is the action one that we have. We're going to have that video drop as soon as I figure out a way to be able to make that work. And then we're possibly picking up the Soundwave version that ends up having all the little mini Constructicons that's in there. We're going to end up turning that together. That's probably going to be the one that we're going to actually have nicely polished and be able to go with. I think my favorite Decepticon is really Soundwave, so I'm kind of excited about that. But I am definitely an Autobot through and through. Grapple I'm not huge on, but I like my Dinobots. I like Grimlock as a leader. He's pretty much my second favorite, with Optimus Prime being a leader of the entire, well, Autobots, of course. Megatron, he's hit or miss for me. It depends on who ends up going over and how the story ends up going. And I know people love this person, but unpopular opinion, I'm not a big fan of Starscream. Just all that whining. At least Snarf has Snarf. But I digress. I come back over with this. This little Blokees is a very good entry level. I see that Optimus Prime has a Lego that you can end up picking up. It's a couple $100 that you can end up spending for that, where you can end up spending $50 to $60. These got hit with a little tariff, so that's going to be changing the little bit of cost that you can end up running into with these guys. But like I said, the articulation is crazy. Yes, they don't transform, but you can end up using these for like the photo media way that you can end up doing. Something that I'm thinking about actually diving in and actually trying to end up doing whenever I get a free moment to be able to do something like this. This was like a stream that I wanted to end up trying because we're trying a few different things. And if this is something that you like, put it down in the description down below. We ended up streaming this, and that's going to be our live cut that's going to be over with it. But like I said, you didn't really see it being put together. You just saw me going over with it. To see that cut, you're going to have to go watch on YouTube when I actually end up getting this released. This is probably going to be releasing next Friday, which that would be, July 4th. Whoa. But so that's probably not going to be dropping then. That's probably going to be dropping that Wednesday. So we'll drop it on the 2nd. We'll have this edited that goes over with it. I got a film that's over on my phone that I'm going to end up trying to work into it so you can actually see me assembling it and being a little bit quicker with that. And like I'm saying, if you end up liking the content, hit that little subscribe button or follow button or whatever the media is, because we're streaming this on Twitch. We're also doing this on YouTube. So that's why we're not using StreamYard. We're trying a couple different ways. Over on YouTube, we are trying to get the goal of 250 subscribers. That way we can end up reviewing and give a little giveaway. Says that thank you for ended up subscribing over to us. We're going to give away a copy of 3 Jokers, the hardcover. And in video that we end up reviewing it, we'll have the description how you could be put in for it. Like I said, that's going to be something that's going to be fun. That's going to be something thanking you guys for it. But for the meantime, let's transform and roll out.